adduction first. Okay? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to do it on this arm. Okay. Have you guys even looked at your muscle testing books to even see, like, what muscles or what's... Okay. So, for horizontal adduction, what are we looking at? What's different about this motion?
You have to get into 90 degrees.
Not so much. You do, but how? You have to abduct her at 90 degrees, okay? So this is going to be for our passive, okay? Passive range of motion. Now, because, what's the muscle?
It's pectoralis major.
Pecs, right? Yep. But because of the way that the pecs inserts, it's got two heads. It has a clavicular head and it has a sternal head. Because of that, what happens is when it inserts, it comes in and it twists. And because it twists, we have to range in two directions. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm hungry. Okay, so I take her and this is how I range her. I say, okay, I want you to reach for your shoulder. This is the clavicular head. Remember, clavicle, clavicular head. Then we come back. We abduct about another 10 degrees. Now I want you to reach for your hip. Excellent. And back, okay? You have to do that for passive, and then when she does it for active, this is what it's going to look like. So, and you talk her through it. Reach for your shoulder, nice and slow. Now, my hand is only here because if she's a poor and I don't know it, and I'm not guarding, she's going to punch herself. So I'm not helping her at all. I'm just guarding. Back. I move her the 10 degrees. Reach for your hip. Good. And back.
That's active.
And that's active. Passive and active both have to have both.
Okay.
When you test, you only need to test for the clavicular head. I'm not going to make you do both, okay? So you only have to test for the clavicular head. So, yes, yes. Well, as much as you can. So when I move her and she reaches toward the hip, her elbow is going to extend a little bit. You just don't want her going like this because that's not the direction it should go in.
So we're not going to have to do that one.
You're not going to have to test it.
Test for the pecs.
You have to passively and actively do it.
Okay.
You don't have to test it.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Because I would just assume that the same, it wouldn't be, but that the same grade would go for the same. I'm not going to have you test two different grades for it. So that's what I'm saying.
I have a question. When you're testing the sternal end, do you, so my elbow goes an extra 10 degrees up.
Extra 10 degrees up.
So it would be like
abduction.
at 100 degrees?
Yes,
kind of? Okay.
yes. And then
Okay.
right there. Yep. Okay, so now that would be fair, right? Because she actively did it in both. I just guarded. Okay, so when I apply resistance, now I want you to reach over to your shoulder. I'm going to apply resistance. Okay, I'm here. I'm going to grab her at the distal forearm and pull towards me. That's the resistance, okay? So that this is what this looks like. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to apply resistance. Go ahead and 1, 2. Okay. Okay. So that would be fair plus. Okay? Her flicker would look like, right, she wouldn't even really be able to get it up. Okay? So what do you think I need to do for gravity eliminated to test for poor?
Can you do that when sitting with the table supported?
Absolutely. That's what we need to do. So we need to get her up and put her in the chair. So I need to look at her arm. It's her right arm. So where am I going to seat you to make it easy so everybody can see? Chair it. I'll get in your way. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to stand. Right arm. This chair. I'm going to move it up, though. Move it up to the edge. So I have room. Okay. Okay, so she's sitting. We really don't even need this. Okay, you want them as close to the table as possible. And the table works because it is pretty much arm's length for her. So now, we're looking at shoulder, horizontal, what? Adduction. So how do we want to start her? What starting position do we want her in?
90 degrees.
90 what?
Flexion.
90 degrees flexion? This is 90-degree flexion.
Oh, adduction.
I hear it.
Horizontal adduction.
No, we're doing horizontal adduction. That's what we're testing. Where do we want to start her?
Shoulder abduction and elbow 90 degrees.
Shoulder abduction.
Wow.
Okay, and nope. This is how. And the reason, because we really don't care what's going on right here, right? We care about the shoulder. But this helps me to stabilize her arm and provide resistance with the ulnar side of my hand again, okay? So I'm behind her, stabilizing hand, opposite shoulder. We are starting in abduction, okay? 90 degrees of abduction.
Question?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you bend the elbow?
Because on the table, if I bend the elbow, so I
Can
keep
you
it
get
straight.
her more support then?
Not here, because of what we got. So I can't demonstrate that. Okay, so I hold on. Okay, this is going to be passive. Bring it as far as you can on the table. Back. Okay, so that would be pour. Go ahead, do it again. Resistance, 1, 2. Same ulnar side. Same holding of the elbow. 1, 2. Back, and then her partial. Good. And back.
So she's not bringing it all the way forward.
No.
Can you do the resistance again?
Yep. Okay, go ahead. 1, 2. Okay?
So she's only going into flexion, like, she's going from here just to here.
Right.
That's it.
Horizontal.
She doesn't have to go any further.
Right.
That's for the fair, for the poor.
Yes. Yes. For gravity eliminated. Okay? When we palpate, see now you can do this if you palpate. So you know it's the pecs. So you know it's right around here. And you can resist. Go ahead into the movement. Remember, it's there you go. Adduction. You'll feel it. This one's pretty strong. Okay? And I'm not going to have you feel both heads. Just feel the pecs. Okay? Okay. So that was that one. The next one, shoulder, horizontal, abduction.